Hi, it's Mr. Eric with another simple recipe for you. Today, I'm feeling like we need some comfort food, so we're going to make butter cookies. I have a very simple recipe. This is more for the kids, especially starting out. It's very, very simple. So here are some of the ingredients we actually need. You need 2 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour. You need a stick and a half of butter. You need 2 eggs. You need 1 cup of sugar. Sugar butter cookies. A tablespoon of baking powder. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. And just a pinch of salt. What you should have ready to bake, of course, is a bowl, a measuring cup, and your measuring spoons, and a fork for mixing everything up. Don't even need a mixer for this one. So, without further ado, let's get started. First thing we're going to do, put the oven on 400. By the time we get everything else done, it should be warmed up nicely. Okay, we're going to start by softening up our butter. Stick and a half. Put it in the mic for like 50 seconds. When it gets out of the microwave, it's going to be pliable. So to this, we're going to add a cup of sugar. So that's roughly 1 cup of sugar. That's going to go right in there. Now we're just going to mash it up so that it becomes one massive sugar butter. Takes a little bit. There is a trick to this recipe that I will tell you right at the end of this. Tell you about right at the end of this. It's a real basic trick, but it took me years to figure it out. Yeah, I'm a little slow on these things. Okay, sugar butter. We're gonna crack 2 eggs in there. 1. Wonderful. Make sure we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Bring it up as high as you can and drop it in there. That's the good stuff. Then we're just going to mix it up. Looks lovely, doesn't it? It will taste a lot better than it looks right now. We're getting there. Mix it until everything is uniform. Pretty much like every baking recipe out there. Kids will have a lot of fun with this part. How you guys doing? Good? Do not lick the fork. Okay. Put that in there. Okay, to this I'm going to add 2.5 cups of flour. Here we go. Flour. And 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Notice there is no yeast in this recipe. That's kind of a good thing, considering we can't get any. Now we're going to mix it all up until it becomes consistent. This is a recipe that I used to do with my mom. She did it well. And then ever since then, I had pretty much messed it up every time I made these cookies. The trick is how long you cook it and how they look when you actually finish being cooked. So, the trick is to put them in the oven at 400 for exactly 7 minutes. Any more than that, and they will burn. Any less than that, and they'll be too soft. That's your trick. It took me years to figure that out. I like to overdo things. So, over baking was my problem. As you can see, it's becoming a dough. Make sure those little baking powder nodules are out. Now you have a choice. You can actually put this in the refrigerator and chill it for an hour, and then you can use it at a later time. It's really not bad, this dough. Or you can go right to the baking step, which is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, there we go. Dough, see? I'm actually going to take half this dough at this time and make half of them as regular sugar cookies and half as, I'm just going to grab it, half as chocolate chip sugar cookies, which my family enjoys. Yes, you can put semi-sweet chocolate chips in there. It does not make them chocolate chip cookies. It just makes them butter cookies with chocolate chips in them, which is actually quite good. That should be about half. Looks good. You know what's going to happen to this stuff on my hand here, right? I'm going to wash it off. Yeah, right. You can also add about half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate morsels. I'm going to add to half my batch. Just add a pinch of salt. So as you can see, I put the semi-sweet chocolate chips here in this bowl. The whole half a bag I had. Too much is never enough. So there's a lot of methods you can use to make these cookies. You can use a cookie press, which I have and I use quite often. You can use a rolling pin, roll it out flat, and then use a cup and make circles. You can cut it out by hand, some people do that. Or you can use this dollop method with a spoon, which everyone does. Take about that much on a spoon. Place them on an ungreased sheet. You can make them as big as you want. I tend to do little halves. What I'll do is I'll alternate between the chocolate chip one and the regulars. Everyone will be happy. Remember the trick, 7 minutes only. Super important. Oh yeah, remember to wash your hands. Kids, wash your hands before touching the dough. People are eating this. When your dollops are done, take your tray. And we're gonna put these in the oven at 400 for exactly 7 minutes. This is the upper tray for this one. Set my timer. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's just about 7 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So take them right out, even if they don't look finished. That is the trick. But as you can see, they look pretty finished. So we're gonna leave them here to cool. Then we're gonna transfer them to the rack, and you can see the cookie creation. So here we have them. For some reason, there are more chocolate chip cookies than butter cookies. I wonder how that happened. Anyway, now comes the really fun part. You get to eat them, and also you get to clean up the mess your children have just made. So, until next time, have yourself a cookie.